Now. Damn it. I should have. Hold on. Hi, everybody. Well, I know it's time. We still got some time left. I know Instagram is doing this thing, gearing up to let you guys know we are on, but I am trying to cut out all disturbances so my phone won't ring because that can be very annoying, as we all know. Hi, Just Ralph, TJ Madison, Lisa. Hi, Lisa, my auntie, basically. All right, let me grab Dex on. And Harris. All right, wait. Okay, Dex should be coming on soon. He's here, and it says he's been invited. Are you here, Dex?
Yes, Dexter Stuckey here.
Hi. Hi, Mr. Stuckley. How are you? I'm trying to, I got a new light, ring light situation. So I'm trying to make it work.
You ordered
You didn't watch, did
Project
you ever watch
yeah,
Project Runway?
Project Runway. Yes, it did. Tim Gunn.
Yeah, Tim Gunn. Remember that one season where that,
No,
one
no,
contestant?
no. I watched a couple episodes. My fiance really loves the show. I've seen a couple episodes. I couldn't call back to anything that's happened on there. I know we liked. I know the Make It Work thing. I know they would go to the warehouse to pick out a cloth.
Yeah.
And I know Christian Siriano won his. I don't know if he won, but I know he was on the show and we liked him.
I knew Ray like you got money. Just about child, please. I wish, but no, yeah, there was at one point on the show that was Tim Gunn's line, but one of the contestants used to make fun of him for it. So I think that's like what made it catch on. How are you today, Dex?
I don't know. Today's been like a really rough day. I mean, I'm okay. I'm fine. But like, it's just been, I literally was just like, you know what? Let me just go step out and get some fresh air. I stepped out to get some fresh air and some food. And like, I got a ticket. I just like, I should have just stayed in the house. I got it.
What'd you get a ticket for, Dexter?
Like,
Hi,
literally,
Megan and Quills, babe.
I got a ticket for parking my car, like a normal thing to do
But where did you park?
on the street.
Yeah, parking is normal, but where?
On the street, on the sidewalk.
O- On the
Or like,
sidewalk?
not on the sidewalk, but I parked on the street like how you're supposed to park on the street. That's normal.
Well, a lot of people park on the street normal, but everybody doesn't get tickets. Hi,
Right.
everybody tuning in. Come on in.
But it's like, I mean, I can't be expected to read all these signs like everywhere. And you know what's crazy, Ralph? It wasn't even the PPA person who gave me the ticket. It was an actual police officer.
And
I was like, when do y'all start writing tickets too?
excuse you, but weren't you the one illegally parked?
I ran in the store for a hot second. Like, give me a break. If he knew the day that I was having, oh my God, I should have.
So why you ain't talking, bro? Cut me some slack.
Why didn't I talk to him? Toya, I saw him writing it, and I was like, oh, he's giving me a ticket. So I rushed to get in my car real quick, and then I got in the car, and then he knocked on the door. I mean, he knocked on the window, which, by the way, you should never touch my window. But he knocked on my window, and I rolled the window down. He handed me the thing, and I was like, what is this? He said, a ticket, and walked away.
As he should have.
That is offensive.
You didn't ask him.
And he walked away. He walked away.
Yeah, ain't no conversation. Take your ass down and go pay this ticket.
He's like, I was sitting behind you writing it. Well, stop.
You didn't have to.
They really do act like it's one of those things where just because you wrote something on a piece of paper, you can't throw it in the garbage. Throw it in the garbage. Like, what are you talking
Well,
about?
you know they mad now because they can't beat up on black people as much as they used to anymore
Well,
without being caught or like possibly serving jail time. Now they got to get back to.
I have to pay for a wedding and I'm moving. So, like, I don't have $25 to be spending on tickets. I don't have it. I ain't got it. I literally do not have $25 to spend on the ticket. I'm not doing it. So, figure
And
it
you know what? And you know what they gonna say?
out.
You're not gonna pay. That's okay.
I won't.
Next time you park in the city, don't be surprised when you come outside that car going.
Dickhead,
Car.
my car's paid off. You better not take my car.
You ain't paid the city off.
You gonna do all that for $25? Like,
Uh-huh.
is that serious?
Yep. I got time. I got nothing but time.
You know what's crazy? Like I was so depressed after getting that. Like I've actually been like really healthy, working out, drinking some fast, and juicing and all that stuff. And,
Uh-huh.
and I was so distraught and upset that I went to Insomnia Cookie and bought 3 cookies. Like I'm like, this is not good.
Second week in a row, and it's just a Monday.
In a row, I went to Insomnia Cookie. It was either go to Insomnia Cookie or go to the liquor store, and I decided to get the cookies instead of the liquor. So
Well, some people choose to drink their calories, but that's fine. Either way. As long as you found happiness in that decision and the cookies were very good. Correct?
no, I only ate one of them, and I was like, it wasn't really worth it.
And look, somebody said they charged $300 to get it from the tow yard. Yes, I know. My brother Randy, he should be on here. I learned these lessons from the hard way, Dexter.
Why are you charging people? You do realize like nobody wants to get a ticket, so you give somebody. I don't have $25 to pay this ticket, so
And I didn't want you to park there, but you did it.
But did you die for me being parked there? No. Was anybody hurt? No.
I'm doing my job.
And also, the thing said no standing or
That means parking. Unfortunate. Yeah. Not just Ralph just said he left. He just left traffic court. It's so funny. The same thing happened to my brother. I had my old car. Hey guys, Stevie. Hi, honey. And Ron Divas. I saw you checking in. Hi, everybody. So my brother, this is when I had my first car, old car, and then I had got another car. So I would let my little brothers like take the other car and just do whatever you want or whatever the case may be. So I told them prior, do not take this car into the city. The reason why, because I know I had tickets on tickets on tickets, and I'm like, y'all niggas, y'all ain't never getting no money from me. Ever. My dumbass brother Randy decides he was like, hey, Toy, can I borrow your car? Yeah, where you going? I'm just going to go see Shonda. He didn't tell me that the girl Shonda at the time was at Temple, and that's where he was going. On the day that Obama was in town, he turns on, like makes some type of turn on Broad Street when he wasn't supposed to. And at this time, when presidents are in town, cops are everywhere. Everybody's watching. Cop pulled his ass right the fuck over. Sir, where's your license? Oh, I just got my permit. All right, we're going to have to take this car from you. I was hot.
They take people's cars?
Yes. They will take your car. Okay, shout out to my cousin Sheena's on here. One day a cop was going to take my car because I didn't have the inspection, the emissions inspection, so I had to get it done. But that day, we went out drinking. I was drunk as shit. The cops pulled us over. Thank God Sheena was there. So the guy was like, all right, I'm going to let you go, but I should take your car right here now because you don't have. So yeah, you keep playing. I'm speaking from experience. Hi, Savy, my brother. Hi, everybody checking in. Yeah, so I've learned from experience. They will take your shit, Dex. So keep playing if you want to.
I don't care. Take it. I'm not leaving out the house anymore anyway, because the last time I left out of the house, I got a ticket. So take it. I don't care.
I'm gonna take it.
Take it. You want my address? You want to come get it?
Oh, they already got it.
Well, come get it. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Come get it.
I hear you. I'm sick of it. Y'all gonna be this petty. Really?
And make sure y'all pay the insurance on it too, because I'm not doing that either. I don't take the car. Can
we never and you said insurance, and that was just a trigger for me because not car insurance, but really all insurance. I don't want to say all insurance, because health insurance isn't for the most part, but it's a scam. Like, how the hell I'm paying all of this money to make sure a month, a year, however it is that you pay every 6 months, whatever the case may be. And this is regarding homeowners insurance and everything. So I pay all this money to make sure you guys have it on time, because if I don't have it, I'll be fined for it, correct? But when something goes down and it's something that might not necessarily be my fault, just like wear and tear. So you're like, okay, let me go ahead, call in the insurance adjustment. Why are you talking about you're going to put my rates up for some shit that I didn't even do?
Yeah.
So what the hell is the point of having insurance then if I have to go, if I have to pay more, invest more any money into the repair, and then on top of that, my rates are going to go up?
Yeah, and
How what?
a lot of times there's deductibles on these insurances too. So like you couldn't take the deductible out of the money I've been paying you already. But like I've learned because I've had car accidents, so I've learned to be okay with like car insurance and renters insurance and stuff. What I can't
Mm-hmm.
get behind is trip insurance. Like so I'm getting married in Mexico and they are asking like, do you want to get insurance on this trip? And I know that it's COVID and you probably should get insurance, but I refuse to do it. I just think it's so dumb to get insurance on a trip or on a flight or whatever that like
Mm-hmm.
I have no intentions of not going on this trip. I'm gonna go. If I don't,
Yeah.
it's not my fault. It's somebody else caused this. If I don't make it to this trip, I just think it's so crazy for me to pay $200 and some dollars for insurance, and then I get there, everything goes fine, and I don't even get $25 back.
You ain't gonna hit me off with nothing? Where the money at?
I just think that's crazy.
Yes, it is crazy. It's ridiculous. And here our dumbasses is because they got the screws on us talking about you gotta pay it or you ain't gonna be covered. Well, what the hell am I covered for? My dad said exactly, daughter, that's what you get when you're a homeowner. You're fucked.
Wishing on the Dream said that anything can happen. That's how they fool you.
See,
That's
yeah.
to you. I bet you that person probably sells insurance, and they're like anything can happen. I hate it. Like it drives me crazy because yes, you are 100% right. Anything can happen, but
Yeah.
like 9 times out of 10 it doesn't. And I've paid insurance.
When we end this contract, you gonna give me some money back? And
Nope.
that's the thing. They know. I feel like that is a like propaganda to hit you with because I'm one of those people like anything is happening, so I'd rather be overinsured than underinsured. Meanwhile, the money's just going down the drain, and guess what? Nothing ever happens.
Cell phones are fine. Like they're the crazy part about the cell phones though, like you pay in cell phone insurance, which by the way, I just learned my cell phone insurance is $20 a month. But
Oh,
you
yeah.
you pay the cell phone insurance, nothing happens to your phone. But then when something does happen, it's like, oh well, you need to pay this deductible to get a new one.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I'm paying insurance, you should just give me a new phone. Same with a car. If I'm paying insurance, you should just be like, well, go to the dealership and pick out the new car you want.
So somebody said, actually, it was wishing on a dream. Said, but it happened when I got married in Jamaica. Tell us more, girl. What had happened in Jamaica, child?
No, don't actually probably not. I don't want you to tell me
Well,
more.
no, that's their. But this could be a telltale story for you before you go. Just
Yeah,
get insured.
this will be one of those things that pushes me towards getting insurance. I just told you I don't have $25 to pay a parking ticket. You think I got
Listen, you better than me because I don't have. I'm getting it. And I got travel insurance, and I also got the Rona shot because when we get to Mexico. And here's the thing, when you get travel insurance, a lot of times it doesn't cover necessarily being sick and expenses. I'd be damned if I get effed up in Mexico and they talk about you can't get home because we need this $30,000 bill settled right now because I don't know Tyler Perry like
you're
that.
fine. I'll call Tyler Perry and be like, can you please help us out over here? We're in Mexico. Yeah, the crazy part about it, you probably won't be alone. There'll probably be a couple people. I'm like, Tyler, we're gonna need a couple thousand. Like,
Tyler, Tyler, just cash at me like, oh no, cash app, you can't go over a certain amount, right?
no,
Before they start checking.
he's gonna have to come to Mexico basically with the bag.
I know you got a villa, Tyler. Just come on out here. Come on, help a sister and brother out. All right, let's get into it. It has been 423 days since Breonna Taylor was murdered. And just yesterday, we have an update, which is just so stupid. It was found during an investigation that officers shouldn't have fired into her home. They discovered this while doing an internal probe.
Yeah. Well, it's good we know that now.
Now I'm all for this. If you need to do this probe to really give that family and that town real justice and making decisions based off of, so hopefully this will never happen again, I'm all for it. But really?
It's kind of one of those things like, I don't necessarily think you should make this public information. And if you do, this should have been public information when it first happened, and you should have done something about it because of that. And
Thank you.
so like
It's like the job just did this determination. What about the investigation all prior to this? And it's even more of a slap on the face, being that you said you shouldn't have shot in her home, but the people's homes that got the, I guess, the deflection bullets, you made sure you broke them off with a check
Then
or
also that was what they were actually charged for. The what was it called? Some type of endangerment. I forgot the wanton endangerment is what they were charged for, which
yeah.
was shooting into other people's homes, basically.
So Lorraine Womack just said, I'm sorry, going back to the Mexico thing, she said her cousin-in-law just got in a car accident in Mexico, born and raised in Mexico. They had to pay $1,000 up front. Now I really ain't got that shit. Y'all not getting it. Bring in the tacos and just we gonna get comfortable. Bring me the tacos and the good tequila and what's that beer? Tecate?
Mm,
Tecate?
no beers. But to be honest with you, y'all just go. You guys will get rid of me before I get rid of y'all. I won't have the money to pay y'all, but I promise you, I'm going to eat up everything in Mexico, and
Yeah.
I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to be on vacation for life. After a while, they're going to fire me from my job. I'm not going to be able to work, so I'm really just going to be here living off of y'all in the hospital. So it's up to you.
You gonna go down there for the rallies. How y'all wanna play this?
How you want to do it? It's up to you. Eventually, they'll be like, "Oh well, he thinks he's about to capitalize and live in this hospital bed. Put him in jail."
Put them in. The hell? We're not doing that. So getting back to Black Lives Matter things, Derek Chauvin. There was last week we found out there was a possibility that the case could have been overturned due to the fact that there was a one of the members of the jury was involved in, well, okay, I guess it's the verbatim is what gets you here, because he said that there was pictures of him found at a Martin Luther King, what was it? The anniversary of the March on Washington. Okay, but on his shirt it had a picture of MLK with wording saying, "Keep your knees off of our neck." So Derek Chauvin's people are trying to spin it and make it seem like he was there attending a Black Lives Matter event. But at first I was like, why would the guy do this, go into anything like that, knowing that you are you staring at yourself?
Toya, I'm listening to the story and trying to get some context of what you're saying. What is wrong with you? Are you crazy?
I don't think that's what that was. I've seen it a few times. You've been doing it, but I just tried to let it go. But this time I said enough is enough. So we're not going to do filters anymore. We just going to check ourselves to make sure we fine.
Oh, I hate you. I'm having
Is that what we're doing?
I am having a rough day. You know what else is going on? Like I wear masks. I've been wearing it, and it's literally like breaking my skin out. Like it's just, ugh. It's a rough day.
You want to take another glance at yourself to make sure we good before, you know what? I'm going to take some time, get all this. Since your adjustment, let me make adjustments as well. Okay. And then we'll get back into where were we talking about? Derek Chauvin and the bullshit. Okay. So get your looks index. Get them in.
I don't know what you're talking about. I literally was listening to you tell the story and you just start going crazy.
Oh. Are you sure about that? You sure that's how it went? Oh, I felt much better. At first I felt like I was looking at the damn teacher and shit, one of them Charlie Brown Peanuts characters.
You want to look at yourself and adjust yourself, and then you try to blame it on me. But it has nothing to do with me. I've been sitting here waiting and willing and ready to go.
That's a lie. And are you doing it again?
No, I'm not. What are you washing your face with? What am I using? I'm using... I have to look.
That's okay. Well, next time, guys, Dex will come prepared with his skin routine. Okay.
It's like Durafil or something like that. It's called.
I think is it green bottle?
Yeah, green.
Okay, yeah. I know that one. My mom uses that one. Okay, so Derek Chauvin. So it's a possibility he could have been getting out of jail, but I think somebody in the system was like, because remember a few years ago when the boy was 17 years old at the time that he Derek had his foot on his neck for about 19 minutes. Child, why they done charged him with that now?
Did they really?
Yes, they did. So they said, and so for me, it did, because I was like, here come the bullshit. If y'all let him the hell out or talk about a damn mistrial, it is going to be hell to pay. I'm just, it's like you don't want to wish anything like that to happen as far as like just everything going in chaos, but pretty much you should know that's what's going to happen. So it was very relieving to hear that prosecutors was like, hold up, not too fast, because if we ain't gonna get you one way, we're gonna get you on something else.
That's fair.
Yep, and luckily that person is still here to tell his account of what happened. So he's gonna do some time. I mean, he needs to rock the fucking that bitch, but it's my opinion. But sir, ain't no coming home for you no time soon. I'm sorry. We won't let it happen. Shit, if I have to, I'll be right the hell down there.
You thought you had something, didn't you?
Exactly. He got so excited. Ready. I might be free.
My LV7, is that LVL? My LVL7 said states are going to blow up, and I absolutely agree with that. I think what we saw last summer would be 10 times worse if they convicted him and then let him go. Like, it would be bad.
Yes, they will. It was just, so let's pray.
Entertain Me said something that I completely agree with too. Like, why can't you be supportive of your people and be a jury member at the same time? I think it is so backwards that we have a thing in society where people who are on a jury can't have opinions on a case before they get on the jury. What would they be living in if they didn't know about George Floyd? Like,
if you're not involved, exactly, or feel some type of way about it, especially when it's a case that made world news. Come on.
And I think about the O.J. Simpson one too, where people were like, it took them a while to find jurors and stuff because everybody was familiar with the case. This is a celebrity who killed his wife, allegedly, and went on a high-speed chase through Los Angeles. Why would people not know that? Even with Rodney King, like, how do you expect people not to know about these things when they're national news stories? That's stupid.
Yeah, no, it's very true. I don't know. Well, let's just say I probably shouldn't say this. I've been managed to avoid jury duty every time.
Because of stuff like that. Like, they'll ask you certain questions that are disqualifiers, but like, there's no way a person in a high profile case is doing jury duty and telling the truth. Like, even without being stuff. I remember when Michael Jackson, they were like, it's hard to find jurors or whatever. It's going to be impossible. Who doesn't know who Michael Jackson is?
Yeah, everybody knows about this case, so just stop. But yeah, so hopefully, I definitely think there needs to be some reform when it comes to jury selection, and depending on the scale of the case and like who should be, like, there has to be some type of like, okay, you're taking it too far. You shouldn't be disqualified just because of this. So we'll see what happens as we continue on with this country and our what is it, the criminal justice system.
And last thing, congratulations, Sherry Love 68. She said she has jury duty. I always wanted jury duty, but I would only get it when I was in college, and like, I wasn't able to come and do it because I was in college. Okay. Always prayed and wanted jury duty, and now I can't even go in the city because I'm scared they'll boot my car. But now, like, they don't even ask me if I want to do it anymore.
You know what? It's been a while. Last time, it's so funny that you never get selected. Because for me, I feel like I get, well, not selected, but every few years get the letter in the mail about jury duty. So one of the last times was the very first time where I said, you know what? I'm going to fill this out and I'm going to, do my duty as a citizen. They didn't select me. So I said, y'all not going to waste my time no more. When that thing come in the damn mail slot, I'm going to be like, what notice?
I didn't see it.
I don't know what you're talking about, because it's not like you got to sign off on it when you get the letter in the mail. They don't know if you got it or not.
But you know what's crazy about jury duty, though? It's less of us who have actually done it than people who have done it. We have no idea what the process is like at all. And we're all like, I don't want to do it. And it's like, yeah. But why?
But well, I think people don't want to do it because there's no, like, what did you get, $10 a damn day? And it's not like it's a day off of work. They say it's a paid day, but I think you get $10 and this thing could, you don't know how long the trial could last for. I think some people they look at it like it's just, that's a bad way to look at it. It's just not worth my time.
But I don't know. I think I always secretly wanted to be a lawyer. I just didn't want to go to school to do it. So like this is.
You wanted what?
I think I secretly wanted to be a lawyer in my life. That's what I wanted to be, and I just didn't have. Like I missed that opportunity. But I was like, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's like breaking up, like you're cycling. But it shouldn't be me, but it could be me because you know these damn phones.
I hear you loud and clear.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you guys notice Dex cycling at all? Just let us know. But it could be my damn connection. I was looking for something that Ralph said. He said, my first time ever getting it, I got picked on a murder case. It was honestly bad. And he said it's $7.25 a day.
So when they raise minimum wage, will they raise the jury duty price too?
They better. Shit, because that was a federal law, and ain't that wrapped up in that federal decree? Shit, you pay for it. I might show up. Look, show up to the local courthouse. Y'all got any trials today y'all need people for?
Am I breaking up on you guys too? If so, she said he was.
Yeah, you are. And my brother Savion and my LV17 said you're cycling too. You want to check your internet real quick?
It's good. It's working. It's good.
Your internet can remember?
Full bars. Like, I think I'm good.
Yeah, you keep that. You're being real choppy now.
All right, let me go out and come back in.
Yeah, do that, sweetie. And Dexter tried to say my internet, and he tried to hit us with his internet ain't janky. Everybody internet get a little janky from time to time. Okay. All right. So, do you guys still see me? Okay. So, Just Ralph said it was a federal case and it took 34 days. Lord have mercy. I would no. Mm-mm. Well, I mean, you can't even say no because you're in it. Damn. And what if you, for 34 days, how much of the job covers that shit? Aren't you back, Rex?
I think so.
Hi, Leanne. You know a bitch can't be reading on here. Leanne, I got that part. 80. Hi, honey. You good? Everybody see Dex good? Yeah, you looking good. You talking. You talking.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, Dex. What are you going to say?
When I exited out the first time, it was weird because it showed blurry and everything. But when on here, it doesn't show that at all. It's perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully it stays right. Hey, Sunny Desi, honey. Go ahead. You wanted to say something?
No, that's all I got.
Okay. Yeah, so he said something about 34 days of jury. I would. Oh, Lord, why not?
At 34 days, you have to cycle me out and put somebody else in there. We're not going to do that.
You're not. You can't say no. ABC was not happy that I missed them days. Exactly. Like how? I wonder if jobs can be petty and try to fire you, especially if they don't like you as an employee. But then that would be a case, right?
What you gonna say?
See, it's your civic duty. You know somebody job be trying it. Well, I don't give a damn about the case. You want your job?
Wait, if you work for the city, they still have to. You have to give your check to your HR department because they'll still pay you. No, I'm gonna take both.
Yeah,
I'm gonna take both. I'm gonna take this jury duty check, and you're gonna pay me too.
Yeah, but I think isn't that what she's saying?
No, she said they have to give. You have to give the city back the money because you're already getting paid from the city.
No. Well, good thing I don't work in the city. I need 2 checks. Ain't Joe still giving out money? I know y'all the fuck playing. He giving all kinds of stimulus. He ain't stimulate this jury duty check.
Ralph said he had to give his check to ABC.
And they mad. So I got to give you my money, and then y'all gonna give me a hard time about having to be out to do my civil duty.
Well, they can't fire you that week.
Exactly, but it's coming.
When you come back, they can fire you like that week. But then the next week, they're like, "Oh well."
Yeah, that's
don't let you try to take a vacation. You spent 30
During
days.
Jersey.
That's your vacation right there.
I wish the shit. You know me, Queen Lawsuit. Guess what they tried to do to me? Who was that person that oh, did you see that story about the when it comes to the job? We're talking about job mess. Where I guess she was the receptionist at one at
Yeah.
some company or the assistant.
Mhm.
They left her out of a pizza party and she sued and got $32,000.
Mhm.
Who was her lawyer? Because I've been left out of some things too.
Could you could you imagine? Could you imagine working with somebody who you think would be capable of doing that?
I'm pretty sure I do. I might be her. This woman's information because I need to know. Like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Who's your favorite lawyer? Right? What's his name?
Ben
But I
Crump.
can't. Yeah, I wonder if it couldn't have been Ben Crump.
If she was black,
her lawyer.
if she was black, it was absolutely Ben Crump for sure.
You know, I've been talking a lot of shit on Ben Crump. Crump, I might need a call. Need to give you a call. What's your information?
For Ben Crump, got to get on TV. He'll call you.
You're right. That's all I got to tell. You know what, Sonny Desi? I don't know what state it was in. I just remember seeing. I don't even think I read the whole entire story, but I just remember seeing the headline. Like, damn. But 32,000, she can't live off of that for too long anyway. But it's just a nice way to stick it to the job that you hate already, because you know she hated that job and they hated her for you to leave her out the pizza party. You looking it up, Dex?
I was going to try to look it up real quick, but they're not. You don't got no friends at the job no more. You better that day. That's over with.
Somebody said, "Black money, $32,000. Let them stop speaking to me at the water cooler. It's going down." Like, see, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, did you see the story? And when you see it,
No, they're probably like, oh, here she go, because like as soon as she comes over to the water cooler, oh, well, here she go. Let's just make sure we don't say too much, because it looks like it was in the UK.
oh, the UK. See, they so nice over there. That's the problem. America would never. They'd be like, bitch, stop being a baby. Go get your own fucking pizza. For a missing pizza party child, I need to be on that lawyer's team too. I wonder if he practices law here in the States. Can you do that?
I don't know.
I might need this information. I'm gonna look into that because I got some emails. Let me stop. All right, let's get into it. Did you hear this? And I hate that this comes up seems like with us and everything with Black Lives Matter going on, you would think with us, we would look at us and be out of this colorism thing. But yet it still keeps rearing its head. Case in point, and these two people, it's no shocker, Chris Brown and now, what's his name, Trey Songz, have both been accused of recently having parties and not inviting any, I guess, women of dark skin complexion.
Okay.
Now, and then so reading this, it kind of became like a big little blog story and people were giving a lot of opinions, and I was kind of looking at reading some of them, and somebody was like, well, yeah, you can't fault them for having a choice, a preference, and who they're dating, but you're not dating everybody in the fucking club or the party. So this is where I'm like, that's where it becomes for me a line of really discrimination against your own, in a sense. Because that just sounds crazy. You don't, just because, okay, I might be at a party. Okay, I might be attracted to just tall, light-skinned, curly-haired niggas. That could be my thing. Mm-hmm. But just because I'm having a party, it doesn't mean that that's the only prototype I want in there. It would actually be kind of boring, and I would think after a while, all these niggas will start looking alike. Well, why? What are your thoughts on this? Because I see you on the fence a bit.
No, not on the fence. I of course, 100%. I think it's a preference, and I think people should be able to have their preferences. If a person does not want a certain type of person in their party that they're hosting, I don't think that that's a problem. There are males who host events and it's all females. There are females who host events and it's all males, and that's not a problem. If this is what you want.
a male or female, but when you're getting into actual looks,
Yeah.
as far as like, not because we've all known you go to clubs and it's like you got to kind of look the part, aesthetically pleasing
Yeah.
to get in. So I get that. But when you're like, for me, just being a black person and knowing that we have discrimination against us 24/7, we are in the height of BLM. How do you still
Your life can matter.
have this?
Your life can matter to me all day long, but I don't want to party with you, and I'm not attracted to you. Like, I don't think that I don't think that that's fair to put that on there. And also, I think that, like, I'm one of those people, like, I'm not light skinned. I'm not. So, like, if someone said I don't want brown or dark skin, whatever people consider me, I don't want brown skin guys or dark skin guys into my party. You won't hear me complaining about that. I'm just not gonna be at that party. I'm fine. I'm out. I don't need to be here.
Yeah.
I don't want nowhere where I'm not wanted. And there's no light skinned women complaining. Oh, they didn't want to let the dark skinned girls in. This is dark skinned women who are making this complaint. Why would you want to be somewhere that you're not wanted? They don't want you in.
That is true. Certain people you should know going in. But the one issue that I had with the one girlfriend, I can't see the comments anymore. I'm sorry, guys. The one issue that I had, the one girl, she went to the party. I think, anytime you go to a club party, like Trey Songz is going to be there. People from all over come out. They don't base it off of looks or anything. So to go into the club, I'm in there having a good time. Trey Songz sees my girlfriend and she wants my girlfriend to come over, but I can see like, okay, I'm not really attracted to her, so keep her over there. But dog, just because you're not attracted to her, she's here with her friend. Why would you try to alienate somebody like that? To me, it's wrong. I don't agree with this at all. It's horrible. And her girlfriend really ain't your friend anymore either if that bitch stayed there and didn't leave the club with you. And like the shoe should be on the other foot. It really should. For me, it's not really about light skin, dark skin. It should be about humanism. And it's very frustrating, especially coming from our own people, that we have these like sentiments still in 2020, 2021 against each other. Like, when is it going to stop? Is it ever going to stop?
No, I won't say that I think I understand where it's like, oh, this is acceptable, but I do understand why people do it. I do respect that people have preferences. I'm not necessarily saying that I would ever move that type of way, but I do get that people have those preferences. There's people people think I don't want to have kids with certain people because of certain looks and all that kind of stuff like that. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that or subscribe to that, but I do. This is your right to have this type of opinion about what you want out of your life.
Yeah, for me, I'm just like, when you're in a public venue and you're really sitting here trying to select who you want, you're telling the bartenders at this public venue or the bouncers who to let in and who to not let in, and it's all based off of skin tone. Like, that is fucking insane to me.
But I think what's crazier than the person actually making that request is the other people who are obliging by their request. I think the bouncers, I think the friends, I think they're wronger, is that a word? I think they're more in the wrong than the people who are actually making the request. Because you could, but you choose not to.
You choose not to because you want that. But what it is, they all want to say, oh, well, this person was partying at my club. But meanwhile, your daughter could look like the person, or your son could look like the person that they don't want in this club. Or you probably look like the person that they don't want in this club.
Or your mom.
I guess. Huh?
Or your mother.
I mean, it could be. I don't want my mom in the club with me anyway.
But I'm just saying, like, you know how people are always like, I don't want this person around, this person around. Like, your person's mom could look just like that. Like, people,
yeah, that's what they say.
People will talk about their preferences often, and like, it literally bashes their parents. It bashes their mom. Like, they're like, oh, I don't want a guy with no side tooth. And then you see on Father's Day, you see the picture of their dad. There's no side tooth.
Well, that's why they don't want it.
But
that's why I keep telling my damn daddy, his snaggletooth ass, get a fucking tooth, and he won't do it. So I ain't never dating no man with no snaggletooth.
I feel like your dad has regular teeth.
Huh?
Well, you were giving an example, not talking about yourself.
I know you ain't trying to play smack.
You said it. I didn't say it. I thought you were trying to say your dad has bad teeth, and I was like,
oh, you trying to act like we don't role play on this show often. You tried it.
I did not know. I literally thought that you were saying that your dad has bad teeth and you were telling him what to do with his mouth. And I'm like, oh, I never noticed.
No.
I don't be
And
in
he,
his ear, like, oh, no. You
if my daddy had bad teeth, I would never put him out there like that. I'd be on the side. Now, daddy, you gonna have to. Now, don't be mad when I bring nothing snaggletooth up in here looking like that. Because I don't want that. But yeah, just as a people, overall, we just got to do better when it comes to that. I mean, even I believe it, like everything, mostly it starts in the home, and this could be something that can really go on. And this is a conversation for you got McDonald's money, not necessarily this, because you know me, when it comes to shit like this. I like to get therapists on the line. I like to get historians. I like to get everything to try to put this so we can like try to tackle the root of the issue.
But we all know people who have these type of preferences or
Yes.
type of things, but they would never want to say it publicly. They always hide behind other people. Like nobody. That's how you know that people are wrong with this stuff because they'll never admit to it.
Thank you, Dexter. And that's the issue. If you know you're not going to admit to something like this publicly, you know it's wrong. So how about we just start there and get to the bottom and figure this shit out? But I don't know. You know, our race, unfortunately, a lot of times is like crabs in a motherfucking barrel. So
Speaking of
I
crabs,
hate to say it, huh?
Speaking of crabs, it's been 2 weeks since I had crab legs.
You know what? I think you might want to chill off of crab legs for a little bit.
Why?
And this is why I say this. Within the past few months, I have been seeing crab restaurants pop up left and right in the Philadelphia, Delaware County area. Where are y'all getting these crabs from? And is it fake crab? Like, what is happening? And like, at one point, crabs used to be very, like, seafood was top tier, very expensive. Now they all popping up like motherfucking corner stores or the poppy stores or the bodegas.
It's
so much.
There's one that's down the street from my house, like they opened, and then there's another one up the street a little bit more that's currently about to open. And Toya and I don't live far from each other, and there's one near her too. And I'm like, this is too many options because usually
near me.
Okay, so I normally go to the Northeast to get my crabs. And obviously I pass by a couple places when I go, but I used to have to go like all the way up there to get the crabs. But now knowing that there's some walking distance from me, it makes me a little nervous.
Exactly. Wait, Just Ralph said, and guess who go eat them? Me. Don't be Just Ralph, please, not knocking no bodegas, but please don't go to the bodega or the poppy store looking for crabs.
No, you can go to places like that, but don't go to places like Bubblegum Shrimp and get crabs because you know what?
Oh, or Red Lobster. No, shut up. Because we might want them as a sponsor.
Oh, that's fair.
We love Bubblegum Shrimp. We love Red Lobster.
No, I don't know about the Bubblegum Shrimp one though, because those crabs literally look like they pulled them right. Taste too, like they pulled them right out the ocean and put them on your plate and gave you a side of butter. It was salty and nasty.
That's what they do. It's so funny because I say that it's kind of like a what do they call it? I guess a double negative because I say that, but yet I would never go to like a chain like that to get real seafood or like expect. Like I've never gone to Red Lobster and had crab, like crab legs or like cracked crab or anything like that. Never to any of those chain restaurants. It is the smaller spots I go to.
Yeah, at Red Lobster when I would go, I've only had catfish from there. That's all I would get from Red Lobster. Catfish.
From Red Lobster? Okay.
I wouldn't eat lobster from there.
Exactly.
But Jib215 just said Dex was hot. He was with me when I had crabs from Bubblegum Shrimp. I wish I could tell you what it looked like. It was such a joke. It's what the fuck is this? And
you was hot. Did you ask me?
Well, I didn't pay for it. They were like, it was like a crab leg, and it was like $5. And I think that either the day before or the day after, we had gone to Hot and Juicy Crawfish.
Okay. It was everything?
Everything. So I think I was either on a high from that one or I don't remember, like, it was a lot of stuff going on, but I don't remember which day that happened. But anyway, when I went there and had that, it was like, what is this? Yvette, I appreciate you for paying for that disgusting meal. I really appreciate it. So you know what's worse? There's nothing worse than getting some food from a place that somebody else suggested, and it's nasty,
Uh-huh.
and you got to pay for it. Like that
I
was
feel like no, because if it's nasty, take it back. I don't like this. I'm quick to be like, I just don't like it, and I'll just sit here and I'll have this water because I'm not paying for something that I don't like.
it's
No.
because your Leo buddy Dion did exactly that. Like he was just
Yeah.
like, I'm just not gonna eat.
I'm with Dion. Look, Leos, we don't play. We're not gonna sit here and act like we gonna like something and eat something that we really the fuck don't. We're
Well,
not doing
hey, I was
that.
I'm ugly and stupid.
I'll be like, y'all ain't got a peanut butter and jelly back there y'all can make? Just give me that. I'll pay you $2. Just give me the peanut butter and jelly because ain't nobody doing that.
Entertain Me said I like seafood too much to play around with a chain restaurant. Heard that?
Thank you. Like, when it comes to seafood, I guess I will take the Poppy store crabs over the big chains. Speaking of food, did you hear the new American diet has been labeled as the SAD diet, the standard American diet, because we have way too much sugar.
Not me.
Not you, maybe not you.
I don't do nothing with sugar. Oh, I had them cookies today. But I had the cookies today because I was really depressed. So
Can you be drinking?
I drink tequila that doesn't have sugar in it.
Are you okay?
Tequila does not have sugar in it.
Alcohol doesn't have sugar in it?
Not tequila. Like what you be drinking, obviously. You drink Hennessy and all that stuff. That obviously I drink tequila and it does not. There's no sugar in tequila. That's my story.
Well, look, one thing we will know: you keep eating them crabs, them Poppy store or them bubblegum crabs. It ain't no sugar. It ain't nothing. No salt. No kind of spices. No goya. It ain't nothing in there.
I agree. It's like drinking tequila. Clean.
Some news that we saw. NBC award shows. Did you hear the news with that?
Yeah.
They are,
canceling them? Like the Golden
They're
Globe?
not. NBC is not. Well, they're not going to cancel it, but they kind of are. They're putting the Globes on hiatus because they feel as though there's not enough representation, really, of Black people in the what is it called? The Hollywood Foreign Press Association.
That's why.
So,
it has nothing to do with the ratings being in the garbage. It has something to do. You're trying to blame us, basically. Y'all got to put more Black people. They could put the damn cast of Good Times. They could have them, and they would still cancel that show because nobody's watching it.
Now listen, the Globes could air. They may do it digitally. NBC does offer them to come back in 2023. But oh damn, I saw this. Did you see this video of the damn in Houston? This is your part of the town, Texas.
Mm-hmm. Houston,
the
Texas.
tiger.
That's where I was born.
The tiger.
Toy, I tell you, I'm really serious. I have not watched TV in like 6 days. Like I have not.
Oh my god. Okay, we'll get into Tiger Gate. Let's get into NBC right now. So yeah, they're saying that basically they don't think it's enough African American or just Black people representation in the Associated Press, which is why they feel as though, because every year we hear the thing like, we don't even know half of these movies, half of these shows. Well, that would kind of make sense if the people voting on whether these shows are good or should they be winners, everybody is watching the same exact thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, at least for NBC, I'm like, okay, well, at least they're trying. It's a step. They're saying, we ain't canceling you now, but don't bullshit us because next year is not going to be enough time for y'all motherfuckers to clean house and get your diversity, equity, inclusion together. You like that?
That was really good. I worked in the past. I worked at CBS Radio, and
oh well, we know.
No, you're good. You're good. Well, I'm not judging it. We're on the internet, so it's fine. But no, I worked at CBS, and I don't think there was much diversity and inclusion there either.
Something about that in diversity and inclusion class that because me and Dex are in a business course.
Business course. Yeah. But we graduated with our certificates. I can't really tell you through the course, and I'm just I can't stand you.
No, I tutored her through the entire course, and without me, she wouldn't have made it.
That's why I would never be a tutor for nobody, because if I was ever a tutor and they did well on something, like for instance, like I've written so many valedictorian speeches and stuff like that, and like it's people I don't even know that I've never met these people before, but like they're connected with other people, and I write the speeches, and I'd be so mad when I don't get credit for it, and I just be wanting this kid to say like, "Thank you, Dexter Stuckey."
What's wrong with you? So in their valedictorian speech, they're supposed to sit up there and carve some space out for you and thank you for helping me. Even if your job was an editor, would you still want that credit?
Yeah, I'm gonna need the credit. Yeah, absolutely.
You can't just in your mind just sit there and just know like that was the product of your work. Like you did a good job. I coached you through it. Good job, kid.
I feel that way. I think that's great for me to know, but I want you to know. I want the crowd to know. I want your mom to know. I want people to know. It's not just about me. I'm not selfish. I don't want this to be about me. Like, yes, I know, but I want everybody else to know too. I'm a man of the people.
Come on, politician Dex.
Oh, I have written grad school admission essays. And
You said you've written? Okay.
I've done that, like my own and other people's too.
All right. Did you get a check for it?
No, I didn't even get no credit.
Well, fuck the credit as long as you got a check. Fuck all that credit shit. Where the money at? Because here's the thing, with all the attention people be knowing that you do shit, I don't need everybody to know all this about me. Just cut me my money and don't tell them where you got it from.
I guess, but I'm not a money person. I'm more so like credit, attention, I guess.
Nah, yeah, that's what it is. And I'm it's Dion the same way. We about the money. Fuck all the you can put Jehoshaphat did the shit just as long as the check comes to Latoya Charleston.
That's not enough for me.
Okay. All right. Oh wait. I mentioned something else I wanted to. Oh, because you kind of mentioned teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see recently the story that happened? It actually happened back in September of last year. And just recently it was National Teachers Appreciation Week. Well, back in September of last year, there was a New York City Spanish teacher who, during the Zoom session with her students, she was caught sucking on some man's nipple.
Like she thought the camera was off?
You know what? It's so funny. I think she did it intentionally. And then they said the students, right before that happened, the unidentified man came up behind her shirtless eating spaghetti.
You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Baby Boy. I told you, I know that man was, look.
White.
No way. No way.
I mean, unless the woman's boyfriend or whoever the guy was black, but the name it was a white woman living in America.
That's shocking to me. Like I know this probably sounds like, see, we were just talking about colorism, but that sounds like something that we would do. When you said came about a shirt with the spaghetti on, that literally reminds me of Melvin and Baby Boy.
Yeah. And being that it was September, that's the timeline makes up, because that's when we all found out like they was really going to make good on these stimulus checks and that extra PUA money. She said, I'm sick of these motherfucking kids. Baby, come here.
But like, why would you be licking on that man's nipple? Like, what is that about?
And then they said in the article, and I believe this was it might have been in a New York Times article is where I found it from. What?
Wait, Creative T said, wow, that's why I didn't get that Chromebook from the school district, because they'd be watching my daughter. They'd be watching. My daughter has an Apple and an iPad for privacy. Yeah, that's crazy too, because they definitely gave out a lot of those books those computers to these kids.
Yes, the hell they did. You see it. So I think at that time, that teacher, she just was over it. I'm sick of it. I want some PUA money. Like, and all you can say is, oh, I didn't realize the camera was on, because that's what you can do. The camera was on?
Now, Sunny Desi actually has a really good point when she said that I don't want to make this a black and white thing, but to be honest with you, when it comes to the whole Zoom thing and getting caught up on Zoom doing some crazy stuff, I've never seen any black person on that stuff. I've literally only seen Like when it's the videos of people like jerking off and all that kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, intentional.
I've only seen white people do that. I've never seen a black person in those kind of positions. I've never seen it. Our
I've
issue,
only seen one, and it wasn't like, it was unintentional, where the kid was in school, and I guess the mom was about to get in the shower and walked in front of the screen ass naked.
you shouldn't be walking around with your kids like that. I think our issues, the reason why we don't get caught up with this stuff, is because we don't be home, so so we can't have the camera on. Our cameras be off because we be in the supermarket. That's
It's very true. He's like, when the job's like, turn your cameras on. You sure? Because what I'm doing out here, the work is still getting done, right? So let me go ahead and turn this camera on, and you won't see me walking around, making my oatmeal. You want to see me brush my teeth too? I can do two things at once.
Are you at the crab shack?
Uh-huh. Yeah, you want some?
I'm like, yes.
You want me to place you an order? So by the time you come here and pick it up, it'll be ready? And my motherfucker, you in my business, and I don't like that.
I don't like it.
Oh, baby mama news. Or I guess can we say what the fuck? Go ahead.
Logan said, we're conditioned not to get caught. There's nothing more accurate than that statement.
You might be right. Yeah, I think that's a good perspective. I like that. That's true. So we kind of know how to maneuver and manipulate. A master manipulator, sweetie. Oh, did you see the story about IG? This new IG for Kids story?
No, but I don't care.
Oh, so basically I think it's actually good, where maybe it's like some real change happening, at least with some attorney generals around the country, because I think about 50 of them have spoken out and said absolutely not, because Zuckerberg is trying to make a IG platform for kids for 13 and under. And this is something that's starting to kind of blow up. I mean, I guess there are some kids on social media already. Some parents allow them. Yeah. See,
there are parents who make Instagram pages for their babies, for their infants.
I know.
Of course,
I know.
if the same parent has a 5 or a 6-year-old, they're seeing the same stuff that we post. That's why I'm very careful about what I post on social media in general.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's just, I wouldn't want it. Again, I have a little sister who's 17, and like she just maybe a year ago got an Instagram, and she's so low key on there that I honestly don't think kids should be on social media at all. I mean, yeah, maybe you do have the parents who run the accounts, and I guess there's some type of financial payoff like the baby influencers, but I'm just not about it.
I mean, I guess we had got ours. We started with MySpace, which I guess we were 16, 17 around that time. So, I mean, I'm okay with it. I just think it's just, things are just totally different now, though. Like the stuff that we're seeing and doing, it's just totally different with these kids these days. And I do think these kids have been forced to grow up like a lot faster than we were. And I think they're a lot faster than we were, and like the stuff that they will post, the stuff that they do, the stuff that they see, it's a little disheartening.
Yeah. Oh, look at my brother talking about the real safe. He said, Toya, don't tell anyone. I forgot, because he's a kid, but he's a responsible kid, and his parents like modify him, and he's not a nut either. Like, you got some kids that out here just be doing nut shit, and then let's be clear, a lot of parents are not monitoring like your social media life. So it just leaves them open to predators and all kinds of shit. So I'm not with it. If they did make a Facebook or some type of Instagram for 13 and up, my kids, nobody my family, you don't need that.
But there are people who are 13 and under currently on social media sites. They just, because this is the thing, when you go to sign up for this stuff, there's no facial identification. There's no license or use your fingerprint. They literally say, what is your birthday? And you scroll up and you select what your birthday is. And all you think you have to do is be 18 years old, and that's it.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Well, the saga will continue on this. Let's just hope it doesn't happen. Nicki Minaj's return. Are you ready?
The queen is back. It's been so long that it's been so long we've been dealing with so many like bubblegum rappers and bubblegum artists, and the queen is officially back. And you know what's crazy? I don't hate Cardi B and I don't hate the City Girls, but what I noticed recently, like DJ Khaled just put out a new album, and there's a song
Mhm.
Cardi B, and people went up for the song. They was like, she sounds so different. She's really rapping on this song, like she's killing it. And I listened to it, and it's cool. Like it's definitely not like
It's all right.
it's not like the poppy stuff that she normally does. It's a little bit more like street, I would say, a little bit more like rap,
Hmm.
whatever. But then, like they were like, listen to the song, and I listened, and I went to go pull it up. The song is 2 minutes, and half the catalog by the City Girls is 2 minutes long, and these are including choruses and all that, and introductions and extra. So, like, really, you probably gave us a minute worth of content up by Cardi B,
Hmm.
2 minute song. Like, there's no content with these people. At the very least, when Nicki Minaj was out and putting music out, she was putting out, maybe you won't say it was quality, but at least she was giving you at least 3 minutes of music, 3 minutes of.
Yeah.
She puts work in where these other girls.
She does. The girl, and she, I mean, let's be clear. I mean, I'm sure she might do some collaboration writing with some people. For the most part, Nikki writes her own stuff. And when it comes to showmanship, Nikki knows how to perform. She's a performer, not as hard as, not where I would like it to, where my standards of hip hop is, and like going to a show and seeing a real performance. But for the most part, I'm not going to be mad. I feel like if I go to a Nicki Minaj show, for the most part, I got my money's worth.
Yes, and also Nicki Minaj, even when she does features with other people, the features are 4 and 5 minutes long. These
Yes.
girls now, and guys too, they're doing features, and the
Hmm.
features feature 20 people, and the songs are 2 minutes long. That is embarrassing.
Yeah, very embarrassing. So I'm happy. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm happy. Like, here's the thing. I'm happy for anyone's return because listen, I've had my back and forth things with not anybody, but I had my back and forth with Nikki. With Nikki, it was never necessarily about the music with her. For me, it was the antics and the stunts that it seemed like. That's when I got tired of Nikki. But I remember when Pink Friday first came out, a lot of people that I knew, they were like, oh, she's just like for basically like a character. But if you really listen to the lyrics of like on Pink Friday, I was like, actually, it's a really good album. So I was a Nicki
Pink,
fan. I said, yeah.
Pink Friday, Eminem, 8 Mile. It must suck to sell your album off PayPal, especially when you in the game 15-20. I love it.
Yes,
But I will say though, in this, I feel the same.
Siobhan.
I feel the
Go
same
ahead.
like Beyonce people, and Beyonce is like a perfect example of this. Like, just let the music come out. Let us
Yes.
like the Standum Kingdom people. Like, just please, just jump off a bridge. Like, can we stop that? Like, I
Yeah.
post this picture and I saw people saying like, a Cardi B is shaking in her boot. She's about to kill herself. This, that, and the third. And she's like, just be happy that Nicki Minaj,
Just stop.
like, enjoy the music that comes out. The what do they call them? Barbs? The barbs.
Yeah.
Stop it. And like, there is nothing worse than a male. Never mind. I'll leave it alone.
Well, Funkmaster Flex,
Him,
Mr. Lipo might be a
the perfect,
huh?
he's a perfect
Yeah.
example. A male stan. I hate male stands of female artists because 9 times out of 10, y'all want to be them. Like, y'all don't.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, like, you guys are going so hard on these women, and you're so negative about other human beings and other women and other artists. And it's like,
Yeah.
do you like this woman's music, or do you want to be this woman? And that drives me up a wall.
No, you're right. It's so funny because Flex, for people who might not have heard it yet, Flex actually said that Cardi and the Migos are both over because Cardi doesn't write her own music, and something about the Migos. I don't know if it was about writing wise, but either way, they were over. I'm thinking it's because attributed to mumble rap. But I feel like every form of music has its place. But at the same time, we do, especially when it comes to hip hop, because I take it personal, we do have to get back to real hip hop and being a lyrical influence of the culture.
Well, you do this.
Because
You listen to the hip hop that you want to listen to and influence the culture that way.
Mhm.
Body Done Flex doesn't tell me what to listen to. If I want to listen to Cardi,
Body Done Flex,
Body
not
Done
Lipo Flex.
Lipo Flex. If you don't want to listen to it, don't listen to it. But I do feel like if you're in the position that he's in, I don't personally think you should make opinions like that.
Yeah.
I think that's very backwards. And the thing is, like Cardi B's and the Migos are still going to chart, and I do feel like he should be held responsible. He's not going to take accountability for it either. So like Cardi B and
No.
come out, they'll do big records and stuff like that. But then we're still supposed to respect you as somebody with their finger on the pulse of the culture when you're saying these people are canceled and we didn't cancel them.
Like, let's just be clear. Fuck. I mean, okay, I'll probably because I am in media but because they always say be careful about what you say because you never know if you're going to work with somebody. But let's be very clear. To me, Flex has just been a non-factor for a while now with his opinions, and I'm probably going to get dragged for saying this, but to me, Flex has always been annoying. Even the trips that I would take to New York back in the day, listening to the radio, I'm like, can you let the fucking song play? Why are you always bringing it the fuck back, dropping these bombs, this and that? Like, okay, we know it's a heater, like, but let the shit play. I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking out of turn. I can't be alone, the only person who feels this damn way.
But that's exactly what I would say. When Cardi B and the Migos come back strong, don't ask for an interview or anything. And I don't think that, and when I say not holding himself accountable, I don't think Flex will ask Cardi B or the Migos for an interview.
No, he's not.
However, there are other people at your station who will. And I think young people who are at that station shouldn't be granted those interviews. And it's already hard enough for people on radio to get interviews. Why trash artists that you see is on top? Like, just because somebody else is coming out with music.
Yeah, that's exactly. And Gib 215, I guess he said I am right. I'm not the only one sick of
not
Flex.
Gib.
And
not Gib, it's Jib. Get it together.
Are you okay, Slim? Gib, Jib, apologies. He'll probably say I'm okay that you're doing the most right now. What is it, your friend?
Toya, they are all my friends.
They all your friends. Everybody on here your friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I am looking forward to Nicki's project. Let's hope she comes out, give us heat. Rihanna, they're actually also thinking that Rihanna might be a part of it because today Rihanna followed her. So who knows? We'll see. I don't know. But once I saw that, though, that story pop up about Rihanna follow her, who the fuck is keeping track of this? How do you know she wasn't following her before? It's weird.
It's sick. Like with the people and the following stuff, it really is sick. Like, and that's one of the reasons why I just couldn't do y'all shade room stuff anymore. I had to get rid of it because I would literally see on the shade room like this person unfollowed this person, and it's just like, how the hell?
Why are we doing this?
And also with reality TV shows, they literally build storylines now off of who follows and unfollow other people. I can't do it in y'all world no more.
I think the only time and I'm not going to front because I have been the person to go see, oh, do you follow this person? But usually it's because you know some type of context, like, okay, maybe this person had a falling out. Let me see if they still follow each other. Or, oh, a big celebrity, they're going through a breakup. That's the first thing you go see to see if they follow each other. But that was so fucking creepy to me that she just, oh, she followed her, so maybe they're going to have music together. It's something very fucking weird where we really need breaks on social media from time to time.
And let's be very clear, Nicki Minaj and Rihanna, people might not know this, but Nicki Minaj and Rihanna have, if I'm not mistaken, 2 songs together. They're just both talking songs, so that's the reason why people don't know about it.
Yeah.
One called Fly, and it's just garbage. And then the other song is called like
Fly. It was okay.
And the other one's called Raining Men. Do you know the other one? Like
I only know the Weather Girls Raining Men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
No, it's basically saying like you don't need a man. Like they're like all over the place.
Well, I needed a man. I'm just saying I needed a man this past Friday to change my brakes. Thank you, Brandon Best. I'm not with that whole thing. You don't need men. Oh my God. Speaking of housewives that y'all talk about Candy and Versus, No, but we're going to get to that. But I definitely wanted to mention Housewives too, with the new Ebony K. Williams on the show. But versus Dex, did you watch?
No.
I'm with you. I watched bits and pieces, but I did not sit there and watch the entire thing. Um,
Can't I mean Tiny was on Versus, and I
yeah.
just that we've made this mistake already with R. Kelly by like no
Mhm.
stuff is out there and like we don't know what's gonna happen with it, but we know this stuff is out there and we're just gonna watch this and pretend like we don't know that that's happening.
Yeah.
It's great, but at the same time, like let's figure out what happened to these people and like. Could you imagine being a victim of a crime of any sort that a celebrity did to you and the world is celebrating this artist in the midst of you going through what you're going through? I just
Mhm.
I couldn't be a part of that.
It's true, I guess. To play devil's advocate with that, even though I agree with you, but some people are saying like the thing of this country is we all know you're guilty until proven innocent. But I just feel as though for Versus, I don't know, maybe they could have rescheduled it or just kind of maybe Tiny should have just sat this one out for the moment. But
That's the in this situation though. You know what you're being accused of, and you know what's
yeah.
you didn't give a shit. You still jumped up, put your outfit on, and jumped on the stage with your girls. You don't
And
care.
you ain't give no type of no statement prior to or like anything about it. The group never gave a statement, so I don't. But yeah, with that, that was one of the main reasons why I wasn't pressed to watch it. Even though I'm Team Escaping from what they said, they won, but I don't know. When it's just messiness like that going around, if y'all really are innocent, which I don't think you are, but if you are innocent, give it some time and
They said
let things happen.
they said innocent until proven guilty. Look, look, if you wanted to watch it, like that's your.
And people watched it.
A lot of y'all are still stepping in the name of love. So like, it's look, you got no beef with me. It's just not for me.
Feeling on the booty. Somebody said what happened between her and Shekinah Child. This is going. I mean, I think some of it is really just hype for the blogs because Shekinah, she's saying she feels for her. She's afraid of for her life right now because people are threatening her, coming after her. It all stemmed from, huh?
I want her to shut up. I really want her to shut up. Like I wanted her to shut up from the beginning because she wanted to be involved in the situation so bad. And we never asked you for your opinion. We never mentioned anything about this to you, and you just will not stop talking.
So what Shekinah said the first one when she came out talking, she said Tiny was sitting right there. Because I'm looking at it like this. And I don't see any of my friends do this. I would never, if God forbid, and let's pray it never happens, me get caught up in some like big scandal or whatever. If it's something, especially depending on the like these are real serious charges against Tiny and T.I. I would want my friends to just don't say shit. Just stop it. But because the case is so serious, part of me does feel as though Tiny might have been sitting there because why would you kind of speak, even though that is your best friend, but to speak on something so serious and something that affects so many people. If it was my friend, I'd be like, bitch, shut the fuck up. I'd pull a Beyonce. Ain't nobody tell Kanye to go the fuck up there running her mouth.
I don't think there's anything wrong with if this was me in this situation. Granted, I wouldn't want any of my friends involved in anything this serious, but I would be okay with speaking to their character. Like I wouldn't have an issue with speaking to the person that I know.
Like Candy did.
Well, she probably doing it too.
Well, Candy, she let y'all know from the jump, I'm a freak. I got these sex toys, which y'all think it was. I'm going on a dungeon tour. What you think? We ain't got to drug no bitches over here to get them to come in me and my husband's bedroom. Now, I don't know what the fuck going on over there, but over here in this bedroom, Candy, this is what's happening here. My shit is all out.
Well, for me, like, I would always defend my friends in the sense of, like, if I know something is true, I'm quiet about it. Like, and I probably won't. Yeah. But if it's something that, like, this person is saying this is not true, and I personally don't see this being in their character, I have no issues with defending them. But however, I would not get mad at this friend and then turn around and be like, well, they told me to do what they were sitting right there.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. You chose to.
Yeah, that's true. And you should have stayed out of it because it was so, I mean, just the ramifications and what the accusations are. You kind of should have sat this one out but part of it, I mean, I understand that intent to want to get out there and speak good on your friend's name and you don't know them to be that kind of person. But y'all should have just been quiet because it wasn't like it was some regular bullshit that you hear on the blogs. Like, this is something very, very, very serious. And a lot of times, because you are her best friend, bitch, don't even come over here acting like you didn't know any of this stuff. Like, you're more involved than. That's probably where I would have kept the fuck quiet. Yeah, I'm gonna speak up for my friend, but at the same time, especially if I know this shit can be traced back to me, because there ain't no way Shekinah had no idea what was going on.
No, I
She
don't
knew.
know that.
Huh?
I don't know about that because then it goes into the whole thing with the other girls in the group. Like, how much of this stuff did y'all know? And I just prefer to just say these people are in.
No, I wouldn't put that on the girls in the group, because just because we're in a group together does not mean we're best friends and we're together day after day after day. Her and Shekinah were. So that's why people are saying it can get very messy and this can get dangerous, because Shekinah knows way too much.
Well, and then I guess this is why the whole Nelly thing kind of makes sense too, because at one point they were dragging Nelly into it and saying that he had with it, and it's like he's been quiet about it. Like, he hasn't said anything about exactly what you're saying with the Shekinah stuff. Like, something could be traced back to you, so just be quiet. Yeah, I agree.
Shut your damn mouth. And you went over there bumping your gums, and from what you said, your girlfriend, once the internet came and ate you the fuck up, your girlfriend sat there and ain't say nothing on your behalf.
What is she supposed to say?
Leave her alone.
Because they're already attacking you, so you telling them to leave me alone. Like, what is that supposed to do? She just like Entertain Me said, she just wanted to be famous, and it backfired on her.
And she's getting it. All right, so let's just hope she's gonna be all right. I guess we'll end it on this. Can we get into this baby mama culture? And I don't want to say I'm going to piss people off, but we got to teach people to start being more responsible.
In what regards?
In regards to just having kids with anybody and everybody and thinking that it's this really cool thing to just be a baby mama or a baby's father. I don't want to, just because it make it seem like I'm like bashing women, because I really don't want to do that, but just the culture of just having kids with people. For case in point, okay, NBA Young, is it NBA Young Boy? No, not him. Little Dirk, his newest baby mom. She just said that she doesn't mind being baby mom number 6 because she's the real love of his life. And she has all the finances together, basically the access to the finances.
He told her that?
Mm-hmm. Couple of days ago, Asian doll or Asian to Brad, one of them fucking things, they just,
Things?
Yeah, I don't know. She said, looking at, I want to say G Herbo, and I guess his new baby mom is Tiana or somebody, Jada, I don't fucking know. One of these people, one of these kids having all these babies. She basically said, I guess I need to be careful. Y'all really start paying attention on your baby daddy, because old girl got a different Birkin in every color and a car. She don't want for nothing. I got to be selective like that when I pick my baby daddy. And then something else had just happened. Well, this is not really baby daddy culture. This is just ratchet culture. But NBA Youngboy, who is the baby daddy with 10 plus kids,
10 or 11, yeah.
Yeah. So the girl, remember when Floyd Mayweather's daughter, she went to jail for stabbing that girl? That he was he was throwing it at anybody at that point in time anyway. The girl was just on live, says that if Yaya had never stabbed her, or like she was never in the picture, her and Youngboy would still be together. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, where are your mothers? Where are your aunties? Where are your big sisters? Where are your big brothers, your uncles? Like, what the fuck is happening that this is okay?
But that's the thing, though. I think this stuff happens and we link it to all these kids that are doing this. But, like, your big brothers and your aunties and your uncles, that's the Nick Cannons, that's the Sierras, that's the Kamora Simmons. And all those people have a bunch of kids with a bunch of different people, too. Granted,
people in your family, though. No one in your family has any type of fucking sense, no type of direction to be like, maybe this is not what you want to do. The closest people to you.
I think that's hard, because if you just look at these people and look at Sierra. From what we know, Sierra grew up in like a loving household with 2 parents, and we thought everything was with her. Was she not future six baby mom, and she was okay with that. She had
Well, yeah, and I guess that's all growing pains. But now, back then, let's be clear. And this is where I think the internet can be a very dangerous place, which is why I don't think kids really should be on it. So, damn it. So Sierra, at that time, she really got with Future and had the baby. Social media was not a big, like, it wasn't a thing like it is now. Like,
like how we
huh?
she didn't let us in her business the way these kids do now.
Yes. But with that, for her not letting her in the business, I guarantee you, she tried to make the best out of a shit situation. She's like, listen, this is the man I'm going to be with. Let's try to, have a cohesive relationship with the other baby moms. She wasn't doing it in the way of, like, yeah, you see me out here, fuck that. We just want to get these niggas with this money and we gonna have these babies. Like, that's what I'm getting from a lot of, it's like they're making this cool. And it's not cool.
She didn't say it, but Sierra was the one with the ring. She made that clear. Like, I have the ring. And like, look at Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon has 4 baby moms now. And I think he has twins with 2 of them. The same women who were like bragging about NBA YoungBoy, like, I mean, maybe a little bit more defined, but they're going after Nick Cannon too. Like, it's one of those things, I think, in culture, we look at the ones who are ratchet, but there's a lot of other ones who are like not as ratchet, and they're just, they come across very refined or whatever. They're doing the same thing. Kimora Lee Simmons has 6 kids.
Well, she got the 6? Or is no? She don't have 6. She got maybe 4.
Okay, but
3 or 4.
It's 4 kids by 6 different men, is what I'm saying.
4 kids by 6 different men. You tried it. She had 2 kids by her husband. Then she got married again and had a child by her husband.
And then,
so we're not going to do that.
Then she got married again and had another child by her husband. All 3 of these men are now to the curb, and Kimora's there with 4 children now. And I'm not shaming people with 4 kids. My mom has 4 kids. I'm not shaming people for having children, but I just think that if the conversation is be careful and watch who you lay down with,
yes,
we can't just be talking about the ones who are ratchet. We also got to talk about the ones who are literally just laying down seemingly with anybody.
The ones in our family? Well, listen, we can't be. We're gonna have to control the ones in our family. Just talk to them, get more involved in them. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day, and it's going to take time. But that's the thing. I don't like this social media thing because, again, the blogs, the ratchet blogs, the ones we all like, they keep posting it, and it's like Don't say that because you'll be back on the Shade Room tomorrow. Fucking trust me. You are the queen of I'm not about that life anymore. And then next week you back on the motherfucking sauce. So stop.
And then look at this with Kimora. Like, she is, like they said in the comments, she's a baby.
Yeah, definitely baby with homicide.
What's his name? Jaimin Hansu. But like,
yeah,
even with these guys, Russell Simmons, I think it's like a white guy, and Jaimin Hansu. Like, you have these kids with these people, these men, like, if the 3 of them were in a room together, the only thing they would have in common is the fact that they all know you. That's it. Like, it's just,
I got a bag.
But like, what is your type? Like, you literally are just having babies.
My type is this. That's her type.
See,
my type is longevity and security from the generations after me. That's her type. That's my type. That's my type.
I think that's horrible. I think that's the reason why these young girls are having these kids by anybody. Because
that's because, like you said, by anybody. Kimora ain't have no kids by anybody. Again, the bag. These young girls out here, they having kids by NBA YoungBoy in future. Well, somebody just want to have it for the time being. We're not talking about longevity here.
I think the new bag is clout, and I think these young girls like the clout, and that's the reason why they do that. And Sonny Desi, I don't know if Nick Cannon wants to have a lot of kids, but he got about 5 or 6 now.
I think that's his mission now. He's doing this whole, like, with the turban, and I don't want to mislabel it, but it's something. I don't think this will be the last of Nick Cannon's kids. I think he subscribes to that. Throw your seed out there.
Be fruitful and multiply.
Yeah, that part. I gave you the edited version.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, if that's what you want to do, but I do look at these women like, why? Like, it money. Like, you're kind of like having kids with this man who's just seemingly wants to just have kids.
Yeah. I, Somebody just say, yeah, that's Nick Cannon's mission. I mean, listen, if you want to just Nick Cannon, my ovaries are open.
See what I mean? Like it's ridiculous.
And look, Nick said, I'm not gonna sit over here and sell you the dream. It ain't gonna be no headache. Just give me a couple of your ovaries and I'm gonna pay you, I'm gonna cash you out.
No, I do remember an interview where he said like he can't be in a relationship, like he's not going to be in a faithful relationship. He said that.
Well, see, at least he's open and telling you what it is. A lot of these people are not.
I don't think that makes it okay.
It doesn't make it okay, but I mean, at least going into the situation like the girl's baby mom, going in, I knew he was going to have, he has 6 kids, and I was okay with that because I got the finances.
So that's what people should be doing, just telling them, like, look, I'm going to not be with you, but we'll have a kid together. Cool.
They doing it in the projects every day.
Well, I don't know nothing about the project.
They doing it in the projects, they doing it in the burbs, they doing it everywhere, every day. It happens, fuck it. Amber Rose, she was another one that posted something about it, and I liked the comment, and then I reread it, I kept the light up, but I said, this bitch just said when he getting on your nerves or he think you about to break up, and then, boom, fuck it, you got him because you're pregnant. What?
Okay, well, look, if that's the mission.
Read the comments, because I look at it like it's a funny joke. But read the comments. That's what sparked this conversation, because I'm like, yo, y'all are really out here like living this lifestyle and think that it's okay. And y'all in these comments hyping each other up.
And Masika from Love and Hip Hop, she said that she's pissed because she hasn't gotten anything for Mother's Day. Like, she has one child with Fetty Wap, right? Fetty Wap's the baby father.
Yeah, he got other kids too. Another one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
She was like, I've got one gift during Mother's Day, and that was one time in 2018. Nobody does anything for me. Like, I don't even get a break on Mother's Day. What exactly do you want me to do for you? I'm not babysitting your baby. I'm not doing it.
You ain't got enough. Like, why ain't Fetty ain't got nanny money? You ain't got no nanny? Consuela ain't at the house, like that 24-hour nanny, so where you can go out. That's your problem. You picked wrong. You picked wrong.
Also, you were just engaged, too. Masika was literally just engaged.
Oh, yeah, and that man left her again.
I don't know what happened, but you were just engaged. Why couldn't he take care of you for Mother's Day? Like last year, why didn't he take care of you for Mother's Day? I don't get it. Man.
Well, I did see another story that was started to I guess to trend, because this guy was dating this woman with kids, and he was like, she's mad at me because I didn't get her nothing for Mother's Day, but he said, they ain't my fucking kids.
I don't think
maybe it was Betty and her, or maybe it was the ex and her. That was their story.
I don't think you should deal with people like if you have kids. The person needs to deal with your kids still.
Yes. Hello. That's what the fuck it is. If I have kids and you won't come in and be in this, we are a family. We are a family. Yes, they do have their own father, but I come with the kids. So when that's another thing with Mother's Day, you celebrate the woman that lives next door to you for Mother's Day. How would you not? That was just an excuse. Sis, you shouldn't have been with him, no way. Masika, you should have never been with Fetty, no way.
But also, I think, though, with Mother's Day, like, a lot of Mother's Day is celebrating the fact that you have kids. So to complain that you couldn't go out to dinner and you had to watch your child on Mother's Day.
Did you remember that video that I just sent you earlier today?
What happened?
The guy had his this is why y'all really please stop
with the baby.
Please stop okaying this behavior of baby daddy, baby mama, and that's what you're supposed to do. The video that I sent Dex earlier was a guy, I guess his baby mom and daughter out for dinner. I'm assuming this was for around Mother's Day. Well, the baby mom got mad because the baby father wouldn't pay the check.
Like he was going to pay for the child. And I said he was going to pay for himself and the child, but told her she's kind of on her own, and she lost it.
He said, I didn't even ask you to come. You came here. He's like, you ain't going. And then he threw the drink at her. Please stop.
I thought that was. But the thing is, though, when you get to a point with somebody that you guys just don't respect each other, don't be in each other's presence.
No, at all. And let's be clear, like, I mean, and this is a person who is not married, but I just feel like there's a reason for marriage, and just like witnessing different relationships going on, like you get married for a reason to like to build foundations, financial foundations, just as well as like physical and children and just love and appreciation.
Or she might have better
So,
insurance than you.
huh?
Or she might have better health insurance than you.
That too. We'll work all the other stuff out later. It's okay. But no, you just know it's something there. And even when it comes to like breakups, and I don't want to say divorces, but like breakups, it makes it a little harder because it makes you sit there, no, we're going to work through some shit. And I just feel like when it's that whole baby mom, baby father culture, it's just, what are you working for? Like, or toward, what are you aspiring to be? I will never put myself in the situation where I'm living with some man and he say, "Oh, bitch, get the fuck out and throw my shit on the lawn." And because we're not married and I can't come in because I have no ties, you will never fucking embarrass me like that. And quite honestly, I would never want to embarrass anybody like that. So to save all that shit, get fucking married and just stop having kids with any and everybody, because you don't want to be the one sitting over there. Your shit done been kicked out of 3 different fucking homes, or you've been cussed out.
But even if marriage isn't an option for you, if not something that you want to do, I do think there should be a level of respect and understanding. Megxit and
Yeah.
Quills, he did do this in front of his child. But it was one of those things like this. The argument started because this man did not want to pay for your meal.
Yeah.
Into the argument, he threw a drink in your face. The least of your worries is this man paying for your food. Like, he does not respect you. And I think,
Yes.
back to what Toya is saying, it's like a level of respect is necessary, because there's a lot of couples who don't get married, who don't want to get married,
Oh, that's fine.
this with each other, but there just has to be a level of respect and decency.
So you sitting up here just having babies. Go ahead, Dex. You sitting up here just having babies with people who don't respect you at all. And you know that
You have
from day one. And yet you still chose to have a kid with this person.
that argument between the two of those people was not the first time that's happened. It was.
No, you know it. And that's another thing, is she knows it's not the first time. So why would you even get in the car and say, "Oh, I'm going to go to dinner with y'all"? Why? Like, this toxicity, it's not okay.
My Philly China said, "I just out the man can roll." Well, I'm sure it won't be hard for you to do, because that's what they be doing out here, right?
That's what they doing. Join the rest. Join the rest of the club, because everybody's out there just doing it.
But at least if this is what you want to do, though, you're secure in that and you're okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who are not. Like, they think that they're getting into these relationships that are going to be long term, and that doesn't happen that way. The guy literally.
Yep. And you know it, because he has most of them. Like, oh girl, he got 6 baby. Well, it's 5 of them in front of you. So, and you think all the 5 before you, their story was a bit different than yours?
Well,
You think it, huh?
Sierra's story was different. I got the ring and everything.
Well, she got the ring with the one.
Well, I mean, she had a ring by.
She had to mess with the idiot to get the ring.
But when she was with Future, like, he proposed to her and everything. Like, they were like legit. Like, there was like a serious thing there.
They were, but trust me, we ain't never heard Sierra, mama. She got sisters, cousins, aunties. You know them people sitting back there like,
What you doing?
you doing this? You know it. She knew that shit wasn't going to work from day one, but we've all been there. We want the bad boy. We want the hot boy. I've been there.
Yeah, but a lot of you guys have been there and nobody would know it. Sierra, you were there in the club with 6 other people.
Hey, girl.
And now that club is like 12 people. It's ridiculous.
Whoa. But we love Baby Future. He is beautiful. I'm sure he's going to run the world as he gets older. But overall, people, please start. Just when you co-parent or procreate with somebody, please consider the person you're procreating with. Please. And I just feel like now and then the internet is just adding on to it. Like, come the fuck on.
With the 6 kids, I'm gonna have to watch you, because I want to see how this. Like, now I'm in your business. I want to see how this plays out.
Of course, you don't put it out there, so I'm watching, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks where you'll be messy again. Shakima said, "Hi, Shakima, honey." She said, "Hey, ugly. Hi, Latoya."
Who?
Shakima, if you just getting here, you should have saw how your friend was acting earlier. Oh, now you don't know her? Shakim, I was in the middle of telling like a story, a real like important, sensitive story on Black Lives Matter, and your friend was up here making sure he was fine. You see him? Right. My kid's donor has 9 by 6 women. Child, Lord. Now, Shakima said she don't know you. Okay, that's what we're gonna do right now. You okay?
I'm trying to figure out. So if there's 9 kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's 6 women. So 9 kids, 6 women.
You got enough fingers?
So who has more than one child? And if you say, because like there's no way that one of these 6 women has 4 kids. It's impossible that one of these women has 4 kids. So where are these other 3 kids at? I just need to know. I need to know where the other 3 kids are.
Well, listen, I don't want to keep coming down on, I don't want to make it seem like I'm coming down on the women for the choices because every situation is not the same. Who knows? She could have been the first baby mom or maybe the second.
Ron Divas, how many you got? 2 women have more.
2.
2 of the women have more.
Okay.
Well, I'm not gonna say what I think because I don't want you to be that person. You curse me out, but I just don't understand how y'all be going back for a second time when this person wasn't shit the first time. I don't get it.
It happens. I don't know. I guess it's life situations. People aren't strong, but I just want us to do better. Please, just as a whole.
See, Ron Diaz has 2.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, that's okay.
Now, Ron Divas, when he was when you were dealing with him, how many did he have any kids before you? Because I'm okay, especially with age. Like now, I'll be looking at 40. Like, hey, girl, what you doing? So I get to the point where most men are going to have kids, so I don't mind dating a man with kids at all. But for me, I'm like, if you have, all right, say a man got 5 kids. Oh, I got 5 kids and 5 different baby moms. I'm running the fuck away.
So Ron Divas was baby mom number 3, and he had 2 before that, so that's 4.
Okay.
But then after that, you just didn't stop.
Well, we don't know the situation. If she was the second one,
and has 2 kids.
I'm a little more, I give more, lenience with that.
Yes. Him.
Him. Yeah, him definitely.
You have 4 kids, and then you still felt the need to ride out in the streets and have 5 more. And she's calling him a sperm donor, which clearly means that he's not taking care of his children. Mm. So I really would like.
But not even her. But so he had what, 4 kids prior to that?
No.
So then how many?
2 kids prior to her, then 2 kids with her. So I just want to meet baby.
And then he had more kids after that.
4 kids are a month apart. Okay, well, if the kids are a month apart, then I guess we can't really blame the baby mom. They didn't know.
Yeah, they didn't know. Listen, it happens. Don't look. The dudes with the Irish twins, but not the same mother. They twins. What?
Never mind. I'm talking too much.
Dexter, we all have them in our family. It's okay. Shit. It could be some of them. And she did say she was young and dumb. And it happens. Chalk it up to being young.
I don't think you were dumb in this situation. If a person has 2 kids with 2 other people and then they meet you and you guys meet and have a relationship together, I don't think that that's dumb. Personally, I don't think that. Mm-hmm. I think it makes sense to build a relationship with this person. You have this person, I don't think that's abnormal. But then when you get outside of that, when you become the third, when you become the 4th and the 5th and the 6th, I'm
sorry, real quick. Miss Serious, is your nephew NBA Youngboy? Miss Serious said my nephew is like that, dropping seeds. He has 11 kids at 24.
Bro, cut that thing off.
Miss Serious, tell you, next show, I'm going to interview you. Can we interview your nephew? Because I'm to the point, like, I want to understand the psyche. Well, I don't want to understand it, but I want to have some, like, context to it. First kid, he said he wasn't his, so in my mind, okay.
But for me, though, like, anybody denies a child, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
As a man, as a friend. If I have a friend who denies a child, we can't be friends. I don't want anything to do with you.
Yeah, and I'm like, especially today when there's ample time, like space and opportunity to go and get a DNA test. Now, I don't know if that was prevalent back then because I don't know how old her children are, but I just, if you don't take care of your kids, I can't be around you.
But just in general, why deny the child? You literally could go and get the DNA test right away. If you're not sure, go get the DNA test. You never have to deny a child. You just question what's going on.
Yeah, but then also you have to think about it in certain situations, in certain environments, that is the norm. Not saying that was for Ron Divas. For people to live their life like that is the norm. But we have to do something to realize, like, no, there is life outside of this circle you live in. And that might be your status quo in your area, but the world is bigger than just your area.
Yeah, life is bigger than Mari. There's more to life than Mari.
Yes, I'm still alive. Come in. Before we go, we'll say hi to him. Sheena's here.
Hey, Sheena.
What? Oh, she don't want to get on. She says she look a hot mess. Love you, Poop. Come back after we done. We're about to get off. Okay. Yes. Where did we leave off?
We were just saying that we don't blame Ron Diva for anything. We totally understand where you're going. But that man we need to have a talk.
Yeah, just now, and I'm sure Ron Diva's baby, I'm sure she knows better now. So then people coming up behind you, listen, you don't want this girl. We need to get you in touch with these IG people because they need to know. They need somebody talking to them because this ain't what you want. Okay? I don't care how much celebrity is with it. You don't want this. Okay? And on that note, it's time to go. Said it's time for so long. Do. Wait, my nephew and the girls know he had all those kids.
Wow. Father's Day must be beautiful in that household.
Amazing. And he getting plates from all over.
Absolutely.
Holidays be popping. So many options. Okay, so her son is 31. Yeah, and DNA wasn't a thing. Yeah, see, back then. All right, it's time to go. Thank you all so much for joining in and watching the comments. You want something else to say? Go, Dexter.
How do you name somebody how do you name a child your junior and then go have 5 more kids after them? I just feel like if you name somebody your junior, you're kind of done. Or like
no. That's not what that means, Dexter.
If I somebody my junior, I was looking at my first child, right? That'll probably be the junior. I just couldn't see myself going and doing it 5 more times. That's crazy.
I mean, a lot of people don't see it, but it happens. And for me and my family, I'm happy it happened. Shout out to Mom, Dad, and the steps who made it happen. I love all my brothers and my sister.
But is there a junior though?
No, because there's different names, but kind of, sort of. Kind of.
You're trying to get.
But just because it's a junior doesn't mean you stop. My mom had a junior and by her husband, and then they had, 2 more kids after that.
But see, Miss Sears, this is the exact reason why I just said that. Because she said her nephew, who has 11 kids, has 2 juniors. This is the reason it doesn't make sense.
Well, that's probably baby mom's fighting, because she did say that all of them, they all knew each other. And they knew about the kids prior. So there ain't nowhere you asked. You ain't say, you got a junior yet before I called my son junior? Okay, well, junior it is.
Also, there's no need to be embarrassed. Look, people do what they do. Like,
thank you.
Kind of is what it is. I wouldn't be embarrassed by it.
Well, she said it ain't me. It's my nephew.
When she said she was embarrassed.
Seriously, I'm embarrassed on that, sweetie. It ain't me. I be trying to talk to him. And look, maybe number 12 might be on the way 2022. Who knows?
The hospital should be like, you sure you want to name the second one a junior? I think you
already got one. You know they be talking because they all going to the same hospital. You can try it. He can try just have a baby 2 weeks ago.
The doctor, you again? Okay, now I'm being mean. Let me stop.
He be coming up. So I'm like, hey, Barbara, how you doing today? How the kids? He basically worked there.
Yes, you know where all the good ice is at.
The good local restaurants. He know what time the shift changes come through. He might as well just get a job and run the unit, the maternity ward. Just run the unit. Because you clearly know what you're doing, sir.
And he's 24, so he'll be back.
Plenty of time. Dumb balls ain't drying up. He got a good, what, 50, 60, 70 more years?
Good Lord.
And on that note, we're really going to go. Cooper Hospital in Camden. Got shit to do. So your nephew runs the maternity ward at Cooper Hospital in Camden. God bless him. He might as well just be a doula at this point.
Wow.
Guys, thank you. This went all the way left, but this is why I love doing this. Thank you guys so stinking much for sharing the comments, doing what y'all do best, because y'all don't even have to open up to us like that, and we really appreciate it. As usual, this is a judgment-free zone because we know we all got shit with us, so it just is what it is. But we want people to do better. That's just what we want. Bye, everybody. And we will see you next week. Thank you so much for tuning into the comments. Dex, will we be here Sunday? Or are we not sure just yet?
I don't know.
We'll figure it out. All right. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you next week.